Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in to check out your boy P Fong thinking right out here in my lab. Where I do what I do for you. I got a little personal beef I got to get off my chest right now, so I'm going to rant. I'm going to talk real blunt and disrespectful. I'm going to be nasty. I'm gonna express my point and I'm gonna express my feelings, and I hope you don't like it. But you don't watch it anyway, so it's okay. But right thing is, I got something off my chest. I gotta get out my chest. Let's go. I ain't gonna, I gotta get it when I get there. I'll let you know when I get there. Okay, let's go. Rightisms. 25 rules to live by. Storytelling. Story with a message. There's a message in my stories for life. I give you real life lessons. You tune in and receiving them. I appreciate you. We got a good thing going. Let's do what we do. Right thinking mission is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right thinking way of life through mental and spiritual discipline. Practice daily will help and guide you to obtain your goal of reaching spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. My mission is that all right thinkers know thyself. If you're a right thinker, your goal is to know thyself. See where I'm going with this? Let's get that together. So I asked the question. Do you know you? You will when I'm through. Yeah, that's what I do. But it's rhetorical. And if you don't have the answer for yourself, tune in. I got you. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple, but you can teach them. That's why I do what I do. For you, appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not and believes and thinks that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. I do. A person who knows and knows not that they know is spiritually asleep. I can awaken them. I'm the spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. That's what I do for you. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers? Know thyself and to my yacht be true. That word right there, true. Right thinkers, let's talk about the time I brought home a snake dressed in sandal and a robe. What the hell? The story with the lady with the snake. She nursed him back to health and he bit in the butt. The moral of the story is a snake is a snake is a snake, unless you're a snake charmer. When you see a snake, go the other way. Every time Every time, not most of the time, not some of the time, every time you help a snake out, he's going to bite you in the ass. Metaphorically, philosophically, but I'm gonna give it to you real, straight out. Okay, they're not good people. Their intentions are not good, so they end up what? Biting you in the ass. Why? You trying to help them out, and they bite you. Okay, they forsake you, they betray you, whatever you want to call it. I'm gonna put it to you right there. I know Snake who walked around in a robe and sandals, perpetrating to be good and holy and all that good stuff. Still a snake. Bit me in the ass. Okay. Let me tell you about this snake that I know who walks around in sandals and robe. When I met him, that's how he was dressed, like a holy man. Okay, he's benefited that. Interacting with him, and co-worker, we was in the same facility. We got he interested right thinking. If you're a liar, you cheat, and a thief, all in the name of the Lord, you are a snake in any clothing. You can put the sandals on, you can put the robe on, you can put the sheepskin on, you can put whatever you want. But you bottom line is you are a snake and you're going to do what you do no matter who you do it to. That's the definition of a snake. So for all my right thinkers, get it understanding. If you're not a snake charmer, if you ain't good with snakes, leave it alone. We teach our kids about the stranger snake. Same concept. Same concept, just format and different story. But it's the same thing. Okay? Get my point? No, the serpent in the Garden of Eden didn't lie to Adam and Eve. Don't get that wrong. No, he didn't lie to them. He told them the truth. They had to deal with the other guy. Now, that's y'all story, but I'm just saying the serpent ain't the bad guy. Did you know that? Oh, serpent, not a serpent. No, serpent does what serpents do. You can't fault a junkie for doing what junkies do if he's a junkie. Feel me? You see where I'm going with that? So whatever a person is, that's what they are. See them for who they are. If they waddle like a duck, they quack like a duck, oh, that's a duck. But no, we want to see it as maybe something else. Well, it could be, no. Different concept. I don't subscribe to that. It is what it is. And see it for what it is. Why? You got to deal with it one way or another. That's why. It's better to deal with it in precaution than deal with it after the fact. Because once you bite in the butt, now you got to get what? Some boys, no, more important, you got to find somebody to suck the poison out your butt. Remember that my man said, well, they said the guy got bit in the butt. Or not the butt, but he got bit in the private parts. He went to witch doctor and said, well, you got to, first of all, suck the poison out. But when they bit that, he said, he's standing, what they say, witch doctor said, you going to die. Because if I got to suck the poison, you were dead, man. So I got the point. All right, I get that one there right quick. All right, but I'm spiritual, not religious. So understand that one point. Okay, it's all God with me. It's all no, all the time. So I'm not religious. I don't play that game where you look like the part, you act the part. But no, the bottom line, if you ain't who you claim to be, I'll find out real quick. And I knew that about him real early. Okay, so moving on. All right, here we go. But I respect honest and religious people. Okay, not you snakes in sandals and robes, or you wolf in sheep clothing. Whatever y'all doing to disguise yourself, to look like, to get in where you want, I'm gonna expose you for who you are. Simple as that. Underneath all that, you still a snake. Shed your skin. You can move and swerve. All right. Normally, no, give me. And I brought this clown home. Okay, the story, like the old lady. I, in return, brought this clown to my church family. Now, I wanted to make sure you get the concept. Anybody know Harlem Nights, the movie with Richard Pryor, Eddie Murphy, and Red Fox? You seen the gangster part when my man said, Smalls, that guy Smalls, he's stealing from me. He's robbing me. He's stealing, he's taking my money. He did it. He's taking his cup, this, that, and the third. Then the guy said, okay, so what you want me to do? He said, wait a minute. Who brought him into the organization? It's your boy, ain't it? Come here. He had a big piano. Put your hands on the piano. Yeah. But boss, I mean, put your hands on the piano. Bam! Now I want you to go cut his throat from ear to ear. Once you get your hand bandaged up, you go cut his throat from ear to ear. Okay? What happened? He went and got bandaged up. Went, got my man, found him, cut his throat from ear to ear. Long story short, if you brought something bad into the organization, you had to pay for that. I brought something bad in my church. I'm glad my pastor ain't like the bad guy. I got to put my hands on the piano. But all right. I brought this clown brought him to the picnic a few years ago. So now the story goes, the old lady picked him up. Yeah, he was in bad times, whether I helped him out. Now this same guy became part of my church, joined the church, he found a home. I picked you up. All right, brought you to my house, my church family, okay? And fed you, helped you out, got your job. I know the story. I know. I've been watching. But of course, when you came, I told my pastor, he couldn't handle my right thing philosophy. He wanted a kinder, gentler hand. Okay, so I put him on you. I got him, brother. I said, but now you got to remember, he's not brother. I said, you got it. He said, you got it. Remember Ellie Ness and the Untouchables? Yeah, my man got a brother. He said, you got it. He said, yeah, I got him. I asked him when he first brought him in. I said, you got him? He said, yeah, I got him. He had to take him out. Had to pull the trigger. I told him, I don't care. Do him, okay? You do him. Don't even think twice. But before we get to that point, now, after 2.5 years, He played the Santa Claus, and Krista played for the kids. He was the white Santa Claus, and that was fun. I like doing that. So, okay, we got along good. But inside the church, we was cool. Outside that church, what that tell you? Just want to let you know, I operate like that. I'll put my weapons down in the house of the Lord. In there, he gracious me. Yeah. So I was going on for, just watching, and he showed his true colors. Dun, 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 dun. I was waiting for that. I said, my man, I just sit back and wait. I knew it was coming. It took 2.5 years. And he told you everything he did in those 2.5 years. What'd that tell you? He had all planned. I did this, I did that. But, dude, if I ran out of grocery list what I did for my church, that would seem like I'm nitpicking. Okay, they call it, ask me when that's something, I'm doing it. Simple as that. But that's what you're supposed to do if you was down with the movement, okay? And normally, I would cut the head off of that snake that bit me in the ass. Any snake that bit me, I dealt with it harshly by cutting the head off. Yeah, you won't bite me again. Okay? And I'm like the honey badger. I got a little toxin in me that prevents me from being poisoned by the snake venom. I got that. So I give you the bite. Yeah, I take take a bite. That'll be the last bite you're gonna take. Okay, so understand that. Moving on spiritually and philosophically, that's how I operate. And back in the day, it was physically. So I'm gonna let you know that. My pastor, my best friend, is a true man of God and served. Of course, he sucked the blood out, so to speak. Are you sure? No, brother, okay, you got, okay. So he did what he supposed to do. Now, thank God for the new me. Why? Because I want to beat the brakes off him. Ain't nothing. I'm still that part of me ain't left. That ain't going nowhere. I ain't on the streets no more. I've been on the streets a long time, but the streets are still in me. They ain't going nowhere. And I love nothing more than every now and then exercise my right to get straight street. I'm, thank God I'm a different guy now. Instead of getting, okay, my new philosophy is I don't get angry. I don't get mad. I get philosophical. hmm I find out to ease that frustration, take the tension off me. I want to just hit something or just kick something or just do something. Nope. I philosophically move it, switch it around. I become the emotionally alchemist now. I got to play the mind game myself to keep myself under control. Why? Because I'll be freaking out. Okay, I don't certain things I don't like. I don't like certain things. I act on it. I'm getting better at that. But again, I know a snake. Okay, no matter what clothes he wear, no what from the streets, I know a snake. Okay, we call him slick, fast talking slick. Always trying to get on your good side and always talk about somebody else when you ain't around. They talking about you. Those kind of guys. I know them. I asked my pastor a long time ago before I went to church. I said, Pastor, church people different to street people? But I know street people. I know y'all. Okay, yeah, I'm familiar with y'all. I don't know church people. Why? Y'all supposed to be different people. Pastor, nah, brother, right? Treat them just like street people. Treat them like a prostitute? Okay, nope. Say no more. And I haven't had a problem with no church people since. Why? Y'all ain't nobody different. Y'all ain't y'all no. Until you prove me otherwise, no, you just like anybody else. So earn your way with me. Spiritually, we fine. But I know you was a snake, all right? In the beginning. That's why we didn't hit it off. Nah. I'm I'm wondering what's your angle? What's your function? What I don't roll like that. Okay? And a lot of few times I had to, check you. But you was always, again, in my ear talking about people. And not always in a good way. And dude, that was annoying. That was so annoying because you like a woman. Wasn't my thing. Had to put that to rest too. Okay. Again, when you gotta put a person in chat. You already know they ain't your kind of people. Okay, I put that to rest a long time ago. All right, so I show a lot of things. I saw a lot of things about you that I personally just didn't like. Okay, that whole everything about you, I like none of that. None of that. You didn't seem manly. You didn't nothing about your character, endowed me to you at all. I thought you was spiritual. Okay, I thought you was a searcher of spiritual truth. So I dealt with you from that angle. But that was another facade. More BS. Okay, and I come to realize that a long time ago. But I watched you. You would praise me in my right thing philosophy to my face. But then I started hearing, oh, got you. So I just cut you loose. Okay, that's what happened. I ain't got time for that. Okay, didn't even address it. Wouldn't even bring Matt. Listen, you're two-faced like a woman. You gossip, so I don't deal with that. But I would give you respect when I saw you inside church. You don't get that now. You get none. So don't, you don't worry about you coming to my church. We didn't kick you out. Okay, but you get kicked out of. What you got to do to get kicked out of church? Just saying. That's that snake. Snakes get thrown out. All right. What's this? And you would talk good about me. Yeah. But people like you are easy to read because snakes are all the same. Fakes. They're not real with nobody. They just slither around and try to figure where they can get in, where they can fit in, and do what they do and move on. Been watching you for a while now. I knew you was a snake. That's why I cut you loose a long time ago. Okay, personally, you ain't my cup of tea, so I ain't got to worry about that. Now, once I want my pastor about you, okay, now it's just a matter of time. Showed you true colors. They always do. Don't worry about them. Let them do. Trust me. You give them all the rope they need. Just keep giving it to them. Keep feeding it to them. Keep feeding it to them. And they'll show you just who they are. Trust me. They're all the same. There's no difference. Well, male, female, black, white, green, yellow, orange, and blue. They're all the same. Snakes are snakes. Understand that. We talked every day until what? It didn't go your way. You don't see me. It didn't go your way. Snakes don't like what? To be forced to do something other than what they want to do. Okay? So you had to go on about your way. I never saw you as a friend, never confided in you, never trusted you. I knew who you was, and now in the end, it shows. You are who I always saw you to be. Snake and sandal and robe. But you claim to be a man of God. Again, claim. Yet you do say and act so devilish. You think nobody recognized that? Come on, dog. You can't be that. Well, then again, yeah. But you really don't get this thing, obviously. So, again, moving on. I gave you respect when we was in the house, the Lord, the church. That's where it stopped at. You lost that privilege, so now you don't get that. Okay? I'm trying to teach anybody who you're dealing with people like this, don't get into the shouting match. No, just leave them alone. It's a snake, just go the other way. Just go another way. That's all you gotta do. So I gave respect in church, but now that's lost. I've lost all respect for you, period. So now, unveil the snake, no robe, no sandals, no need to dealing with you. Okay? That's I choose to cut your head off. If you see me ever again in life outside of church, please act like we never met. Because it might not end well for you any other way. Just want to let you know that. Well, let's threaten my man. You know how I feel about that. I keep telling you that. I don't pull punches. No, I'm telling you, act like you don't know me. That way we can avoid you. I've changed. Let it go. Again, you are a wolf in sheep clothing or a snake in the sandal and robes. But either way, you're not a good dude. Okay? You're a snake. And again, no matter what clothes you wear, snake is a snake is a snake. I don't do snakes. I'm a cat man. Cats and snakes don't go along. But guess what? Cat don't give a damn about a snake. You know why? My reflexes, my intellect is superior to one of a snake. And every time I just smack you away. Stop with your nonsense. Find somebody else. I ain't the one. Neither is my church. If I can't trust you as a man of your word, we have nothing to talk about. And not, we don't even worry about it. Thank God for my new philosophy of what? Not getting even and getting philosophical. This is the closest I'm getting to getting even, is exposing you to the people who need to know about people like you. Okay? I'm not here giving you hype. No, I'm giving it to you straight. And they know how, esoteric teaching. This is straight out teaching. I'm calling you out for who you are, snake. And the street me says, and the house party, get fucking ass. That's what the street me said. I want to do it so bad, and that's how I feel about all people like you. Somebody else who I feel the same way about that too. You the same thing. I wish you act like you. I wish. No, let's calm down. That's what something ain't gonna happen. But the street me says check his chin for porcelain. I mean, punch you in your face. In case you didn't know the terminology, okay? And I already know your chin is full of porcelain. So I will crack it. That's the old me. The new me, not so much, but you're lucky that I might step on your feet though. I see you now for who you always been, who you really are. I don't like you at all. Not one bit. I ain't got a problem with that. You got to live with you. I don't. I need to do my church. Moving on. Let me wrap it up again. I appreciate you tuning in. This is when me rant, and I'm trying to keep it to a minimum. But yeah, I'm a little perturbed with this guy. I don't do wolves or snakes. So you being both, we are done. You can put your street clothing on. You can dress up in your sandals and robe. But you can keep your story walking, buddy, because I done heard enough. I done seen enough about you to know we got nothing in common. So be on your way. I'll be on my way. Have a nice day. And my pastor will tell you, I'm praying for you. How about that? That's something that I don't do, but I know my pastor will want me to do that for you, even you. Okay, so in closing, what I think is, man, you all there to be 100. Me, 100 miles a day. So I've never known that you snakes. And I got to say, bless you, have passed away. I'm out.